and that's walking. Walking. There's an old African saying that if you walk alone, you walk faster. So if I'm walking by myself and I don't have one of you all with me, I can walk pretty long because I got long legs and I'm here to go. But if I have one of you with me, I don't walk as fast. But you know what the rest of the saying is? If you walk alone, you walk faster. But if you walk together, you walk further. Why do you think that is? Well, we know about the faster part. What about the walking further? Well, I think it's because you're talking. When you're walking, when you're talking, you're not thinking about walking. You're just walking along. And so you can go further. You can sort of support each other as you're walking along. Now, when Jesus rose from the dead, you all remember probably the story of the two disciples on the road to Emmaus. Two disciples of Jesus, they were disciples of Jesus. They saw his crucifixion. They knew he was crucified. They knew he died. And so they're walking home because it's all over. Everything's all done with. And they're walking home. And all of a sudden, this guy starts walking with them. And he says to them, "What are you talking about?" He said it like that, too, because he was from Brooklyn. "What are you talking about?" And they said to him, no, he wasn't. They said to him, "Well, didn't you hear about Jesus of Nazareth, who was great and wonderful, and he was crucified, and he died, and we thought he was the one to save Israel?" And the guy started telling them about the Bible and telling them how that's how it was supposed to be. And then they stopped at a hotel, sort of, in Eden. And they were going to eat something. And the guy was going to keep walking. And they said, no, come and have something to eat. You can't be walking by yourself. It's late at night. You're going to get mugged. Come and have something to eat with us and talk with us some more. So they did. And he took some bread and he said the blessing. He said a prayer and then he broke it. And then their eyes were open. And they knew it was Jesus. Jesus, that's right. They knew it was Jesus. That's right. So, as we're walking along in life, sometimes we don't walk along. Sometimes we take a car, right? Bus, train, plane. But do you think that then Jesus is walking with us, trying to explain the scriptures to us? Do you think he's doing that? You know this is a trick question, don't you? You know this is a trick question. You know, there's an old hymn. We don't sing it very, I don't know if it was a Methodist hymn, and we don't sing it very often, praise God, because it goes something like, "And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own." I think that sounds Methodist to me. I don't know. Yeah. So we don't sing it very often. It sings about Jesus walking with us and talking with us. And do you think he still does that? Well, you know what? He does. Jesus still does walk with us. And he still tries to open up the scriptures to us. He still is there with us as we're walking through life. And he's still loving us. Because just before he ascended into heaven, he told us, "I will be with you always, even to the end of the earth." So he's still with us. And he's still trying to open up the scriptures to us. So what do you think that means? Do you need to open up the Bible? What do you think it means to open up the scriptures? I think it means to tell us what the Bible means. To tell us this is what the Bible wants you to do. This is what the Bible is telling you. And remember, there are two rules, two really important rules in the Bible. And if there's anything I want you to remember when you grow up, it's these two rules, and that's why I tell you them all the time. What's the first rule? First rule is love God. What's the second rule? That's right, love your neighbor. So that's what the Bible is trying to tell us. And Jesus walking with us and feeling Jesus' presence in our lives help us to love God better and to love our he's still there. He's still walking with us. Have any questions about that? Okay. Go back to your thing. Does anyone know who had the Jesus doll last?
Raymond Consiglio.
Raymond Consiglio had it.